guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to join your granny squares together. If you haven't watched my first video on how to create the Starburst granny square, go ahead and watch that before you start with this. Once you have your granny squares ready, you could always use a darning needle and just stitch these together. But I find that when you use a crochet hook and do a slip stitch, it gives a much better effect and also leaves fewer gaps. So let's get started. In order to start joining my granny squares, I'm first putting them both right side up. That's the good side is facing towards me. And then I'm just going to line these up in a way that the corners are together. So this is how I'm going to create my join between these. We'll be using the back loops. So I just want to show you what the back loop is. If you look at this, you can see the V right here in the edge of my granny square. The one which is facing towards you is the front loop. The one which is facing away from you is the back loop. So if I leave it flat, this one here is the front loop and the one right behind that is the back loop. We are going to be working only on these ones, which are the back loops. So to join my granny squares, I'm using this pale pink yarn by Elise. It's Elise Cotton Gold again. I'm just going to create a slip knot, make a loop, make another loop within that, pull it and tug, and insert your hook and tighten. So if you see, I'm using the same hook that I used when I was creating my Starburst granny squares. Now to start the join, I'm going to pick up the back loop of the cornermost stitch here. So if you can see the chain 3 which is there over here, I'm going to the second chain, the middlemost chain, and inserting my hook into the back loop. So if you can see, it's only in the back loop. Similarly, in this one also, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So second one, and only into the back loop, I'm going to insert my hook. Now that I have all the 3 loops, so I have my new color here, I have the back loop of my white and the back loop of my orange. What I'm going to do is that the working part of my yarn, I'm going to take it and place it behind my work in between. So now in order to join these, I'm just going to do a simple slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through all 3. There you go. Now we move on to the next stitch. So again, you repeat the same thing. You pick up the back loop of the white right here and the corresponding back loop of the orange. Grab your working yarn and place a slip stitch. So yarn over, pull through all. Let's repeat that for the next. So now if you look at it, we have a chain which is being formed in between these 2 stitches. So the chain is getting formed in the pale pink color, and this is how we'll be joining the entire square together. So here I've reached my other side. I've joined these together, and if you can see, it gives this really lovely little border. So now if you want to join your next 2 squares, all you need to do is line up the next 2 pieces and you would just continue doing the same thing. That is, you would go into the back loop of the black, back loop of the blue, and then slip stitch. So what I've done is I've just joined these 4 squares together, following the same stitch through. If you notice, these are joined vertically, but horizontally these are still not joined. You just need to snip your yarn off and then start the same thing horizontally as well. So you would just line up these 2 sides, go into the back loops and start joining these together. So now if you see, I've joined these ends, I've joined these ends, but I still have a gap over here. So I need to continue following the same stitch here, but I have this midpoint which is coming, wherein this is the point where all my squares are meeting. So in order to continue my join, I'm just going to pick up my work. This is my midpoint and skip over this, go on to the next one and pick up my next back loops. So here I have it. Now all my 4 squares are joined perfectly together. If I want, I can use it this way, or I can flip it over and use it this way if I don't like the seams. So if you prefer not having those seams, then make sure that your correct side is on the flip side. I hope you guys found this video very helpful. If you liked the video, please share it with all your friends. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I would be very happy to answer any questions that you have. And until next time, bye bye.